Jason Kidd's crazy plan to turn Cooper Flagg into a point forward continues as that dream just will not die. The Dallas Mavericks are currently 2-5 after a loss to the Houston Rockets last night, in a game where, yes, we continued a lineup without a point guard, but we got out to a pretty decent start. They were very aggressive on offense. Cooper Flagg was looking very good in that first quarter, but then things started to change. He didn't really score that much after the first quarter. He only took about 4 shots in the second half, didn't make a single one of them, and was overall very passive, something that we've seen time and time again, a trend that a lot of fans are starting to get worried about. Cooper Flagg is a natural forward, playing the 3, maybe the 4, most likely the 3. But the idea of turning Cooper Flagg into a point guard has yet to yield any positive results. And since we're on this weird 2-timeline situation where we're trying to win now while still trying to prepare for the future, a lot of fans feel like we're not really trying to win now. I guess we are just trying to prepare for the future, trying to develop Cooper Flagg into whatever we want him to be. And if that's the case, do any of these games even matter? But in this video, we're going to take a look at what is it that Jason Kidd is saying about Cooper Flagg. Why is he so adamant on making him a point forward, as well as showing you all data that proves that this is not working. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before you start with today's video, we're currently sitting at 22,364 subscribers. Just want to say thank you so much for all the support. But if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, from live streams, watch-alongs, news vids, and everything else in between, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But it wasn't that far long ago that the idea of Cooper Flagg at the point guard started floating around the Twitter spaces and the Maverick spaces all over, where, Cooper Flagg, this generational talent, this amazing young guy out of Duke about to be drafted by the Mavericks, we don't have Kyrie Irving, our starting point guard. We have a couple other guards. We'll end up getting other guards. But the idea of making Cooper Flagg a point guard was an idea that was started very, very, very early, and it doesn't seem to go away. To the point where even now, Jason Kidd is still adamant on making Cooper Flagg a point guard, preparing him for this role for the future. If we take a look at a quote from the other day, Jason Kidd, on his philosophy behind starting Cooper Flagg at point guard, saying there's a couple of things behind him playing point guard. One is our health. The other part of handling the ball is being able to handle the pressure when April comes around and you're playing for something greater. So obviously Jason Kidd sees this as a long-term project for Cooper Flagg. Again, that whole 2-timeline situation of trying to win now and trying to develop Cooper Flagg. Yeah, we're trying to develop Cooper Flagg. Talking about late in April, what we're trying to make a playoff push. We should probably focus more on being healthy and getting wins. You can't really make the playoffs if you don't get wins. And that's the reason why I truly believe the Mavericks are just, at least Jason Kidd is focused on the development of Cooper Flagg. And if that is the case, I myself will have to just turn down my expectations. Maybe some of you guys as well. We are not in the business of winning games. We're in the business of experimenting with lineups as well as developing Cooper Flagg, which is totally fine. Cooper Flagg is 18 years old. You've all told me that. Cooper Flagg is a rookie. You've also told me that. And I get that. And if that is the case, if we're going to just forego any expectations of being competitive, of trying to win games, trying to make a playoff push, I'll understand that. And we just have to deal with the losses as they come. The development that is going to be grueling and long for someone like Cooper Flagg, who should be going into his rookie year of college, his first year of college. He's supposed to be a freshman right now. And instead, he's a rookie in the NBA. So I get it. There's a lot of room to grow for Cooper Flagg. There's a lot of good things about his game that a lot of people notice that show that, yeah, Cooper can be a great player. The potential is there. Is it a disservice to make him a point guard instead of letting him just develop into a small forward, or at least a shooting guard, but mainly a small forward in the NBA so he can just get used to the NBA? There's a lot of benefits of challenging someone like Cooper Flagg, but there's a lot of harm that could come from that as well. But something else that we got to take a look at right here, like I said, the idea of making Cooper Flagg a point guard is nothing new. We heard this well back in the summer, and maybe we didn't think much of it, but Noah Weber was the first one to report on this, saying Mark Cuban on Cooper Flagg and where he can play. Mark Cuban saying, I'd send a text to J. Kidd, point guard, point guard, point guard. Let him bring the ball up. Talks about lineup of Cooper Flagg, Klay Thompson, PJ, AD, Gafford, or Lively. Says the Mavs are going to have the biggest team in the NBA. And it's actually kind of crazy to see that, yes, Mark Cuban pretty much predicted our starting lineup, where a lot of people were unsure if this was going to be a permanent thing or a short-term thing. But yes, we're seeing a lineup of Cooper Flagg, Klay, PJ, AD, and Gafford, mainly because Lively's been in the starting lineup until Lively got injured. Now it's Gafford, and now AD's out, so we got Max Trice. It's been all over the place. But unfortunately, it just does not seem to work. Now, I don't know if there is some weird push from someone else outside of Jason Kidd to make Cooper Flagg a point guard. I'm not sure if this is Jason Kidd's first thought to make Cooper Flagg a point guard. We've heard a lot of different things from a lot of different people, but there is a push coming somewhere to make him a point guard. And if this is where we're going, then so be it. If the point forward is the future of Cooper Flagg, then so be it. That is the future. The right now part is where things are rough, where there's going to be losses, there's going to be bad games, where you just got to kind of let time pass until Cooper gets better and the team gets better, and then we'll get back to trying to make the playoffs, to trying to make finals runs. But it just does not look like that right now while we're experimenting with these rotations, while we're experimenting with Cooper Flagg at the point guard position where he's not even with the most assists at any given night. He doesn't seem to really score that much or take over. It seems like he's being contained. We have not seen Cooper Flagg unleashed. He is being very much passive, not aggressive. He's being passive, contained, and some of us want to see Cooper Flagg unleashed. But a few other things that we got to take a look at right here. The other day, Jason Kidd was asked how Kyrie Irving will fit once he's back. The end of his answer was interesting, saying, "We just can't wait to get Kai back at some point. Hopefully it's in the year of 25, not 26. We'll see what happens, but I think those two, Irving and Flagg, will be a perfect match in the backcourt." Now, we talked about this quote, obviously, when we got the update about Kyrie Irving possibly coming back this year or next year, but the one thing I want y'all to focus on is the perfect match in the backcourt. Now, this, again, just gives me more credence to the fact that, yes, maybe we are trying to make Cooper Flagg a point guard to play alongside Kyrie, like we saw with Luka Doncic and Kyrie, where Luka was the 1, Kyrie was the 2, and they kind of traded it off. If we're putting Cooper Flagg in the backcourt with Kyrie, then that's exactly what we're doing. And unfortunately, Kyrie's not 18. Kyrie Irving is in his 30s. Cooper Flagg and Kyrie, years apart, meaning one's development is a little bit further than the other's. And we're kind of doing Kyrie Irving a disservice of trusting Cooper Flagg to be his running mate in the backcourt. And we're doing a disservice to Cooper Flagg by forcing him into this position. It's just very weird and odd. And I personally am very confused. I don't know the direction of this team. I don't know what they want. I don't know what they're trying to do. We go out there, we throw out weird lineups, rotations. Some things look good. Some things are questionable. We end up losing games. And it's like, hey, there's only 7 games. Tomorrow we play the Pelicans. Will it only be 8 games? Are we going to give another team a third team this season? Are they going to get their first win from us? I kind of want to see some dubs pile in. Of course, the development will come from wins and losses, but we have to make a decision on which path to take. We can't walk 2 roads at the same time. It's just not possible. But a few other quotes that we got to take a look at. The other day, in the loss against the Rockets, Cooper Flagg had 12 points in the first half on 5 of 6 shooting, went scoreless in the second half, and missed all 4 of his shots. Asked Kidd what changed for him. Jason Kidd said, "For Cooper, I think the ball was finding PJ, and he took full advantage of the situation. I thought Cooper played a great game on both ends. Down the stretch, he made the right plays. Unfortunately, PJ's going, and D'Lo has the ball. You trust that he's going to make the right plays." And I'm sorry, that's kind of a lazy answer. Cooper Flagg had 12 points in the first half, was looking hot. PJ was also hot. PJ was also doing very, very good. But we can't win games relying on just PJ Washington hitting all the shots and Cooper Flagg being passive. Only 4 shots in the second half. You're telling me that there was not an extra shot for Cooper anywhere in the second half in 2 other quarters? The play was just to give it to D'Lo and PJ? That's a bad answer from a coach. Whether Jason Kidd's trying to give his answer or not, that's a bad answer. Why wasn't Cooper Flagg shooting more? If he's supposed to be our point forward, is he playing point or forward in the second half? Because I wasn't seeing any playmaking, no initiating of an offense, barely bringing the ball down, and also didn't see any scoring. It's very weird how Cooper Flagg doesn't always seem to fit in with this team and these rotations. It just doesn't make sense. But if he's going to be a point forward, he's going to be a point forward. But like I said, that night he had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 of 10 from the floor, and only 34 minutes. Hopefully we can see more from Cooper Flagg. I don't think that he's a bust. I don't think that this is the end of the world. He is 18 years old. There will be time for development. We gave Lively time. We have to give Cooper Flagg time. It's only fair. No matter if you're the first pick or the last pick. Every rookie needs development. Even LeBron James did too. Just maybe not as much, but just continuing with what we got today. Cooper Flagg had 12 points in the first half. Oh, I already went over that. But the next thing I wanted you guys to look at is the difference of what happens when Cooper Flagg is playing with a point guard versus without a point guard. When Cooper Flagg plays alongside D'Angelo Russell so far this season, he's scoring more efficient from the floor and from 3. Cooper Flagg benefits a lot from playing alongside D'Angelo Russell. The numbers prove it. But not just D'Angelo Russell. Let's take a look at Brandon Williams. Hasn't had that much time with them as Brandon Williams is just now playing his third, but I think I want to say his third game with the Mavs. Cooper Flagg benefits a lot from playing alongside Brandon Williams, scores more, assists more, rebounds more. Just a lot of benefits when you have an actual point guard. And so that's what leads me to believe that the Dallas Mavericks may not be trying to win now, and maybe our main focus is the development of Cooper Flagg. Maybe we'll see some crazy trades by the trade deadline, and we will see the true full-on rebuild of this team. Or maybe we see nothing, and we are going to continue to walk two paths at the same time. But at the end of the day, the organization has to make a decision. Jason Kidd, the coaching staff, Nico in the front office, the ownership, someone needs to make a decision. Because obviously we cannot win now and develop Cooper Flagg. If that was possible, we'd be 5-2 and not 2-5. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you still believe in this point forward situation? Do you think that Cooper Flagg can win games as our point guard? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And as always, y'all, take care. Drink water. Peace.